What is up? This your LA in a minute. In when's the last time you used a landline phone? In fact, when's the last time you saw a landline phone? In this day and age of smartphones, landlines are far and few between, but there's still more than 500,000 people in California that rely on landlines every day. However, if one phone company has its way, landlines could disappear in California forever. Let's get into it. AT&T customers in California recently received notification that the phone company is petitioning to the California Public Utilities Commission to withdraw its designation as a carrier of last resort. That means AT&T would no longer have to provide landline telephone service to customers in various parts of the state. AT&T says that maintaining the traditional copper cable wiring is expensive, and they'd rather spend their money on expanding broadband and cell phone service. Critics of AT&T's petition say that this would have a significant impact on certain communities, especially people that don't have good cell phone service. Some people just like the comfort of a landline for its stability in the case of emergencies. The move affects 580,000 people in California, as AT&T is still the biggest provider of landline services in the state. It's important to note that AT&T would not force people who currently have the service to give up their landline. According to a company statement, they would help the limited remaining landline customers transition to modern, alternative services to replace their current outdated ones. That's their words. Now, the first landline telephones came to Los Angeles in 1877 when a man named Philip Reed set up a telephone display in the parlors of the St. Charles Hotel. By 1878, the Woods Opera House was advertising that they had telephones for people to come see and maybe try out while they were catching a show. By 1879, the Los Angeles Telephone Company was established, and they were the first ones to lay down permanent landlines in the area now considered downtown Los Angeles. There were 7 customers when the company set up shop. By 1899, Los Angeles set up its first public payphone on Spring Street. And a few years after the turn of the century, landlines became commonplace, especially for people in information-related businesses such as journalism and research. But the reality is today people have ditched their landlines in favor of mobile and smartphones. In LA in 1986, less than 1% of the population had cell phones, and already by 1993, that number was close to 10%. And since then, the numbers skyrocketed. In the year 2000, only 1% of people relied only on wireless phones. Today, that number is 76%. But advocates for landlines state that in rural areas where large gaps in cell and broadband service are prevalent, a common occurrence like a power outage or a cut line to a wireless cell tower can leave residents cut off for days, and there needs to be a stable alternative, like a landline. So AT&T doesn't want to be in charge of landlines in California anymore, and they're applying to end their obligation of service to landlines in certain areas of the state. The application is pending with the California Public Utilities Commission, and they will be holding 4 public hearings on the matter through the end of March. So even though a lot of people ditched landlines a long time ago, they still are the main point of communication for many people in California. So look, most people have cell phones, but many people still have landlines. And if AT&T has their way, it might be the beginning of having landlines phased out forever in Los Angeles and California. All right, LA, it's been a minute. Hello?